And getting the feeling the police pretend to have your back. They don't really want your back because it's a job. If they don't do their job properly, they don't get paid the money well. But the thing is, there's always crime in places where there's more needs to be more police. There's always something that goes wrong and the police don't know about it, and people defend themselves, and they get the ones who trouble as well. And the people that are making the crime and doing the crime, they should be the ones who get into trouble. But sometimes it's hard to know who caused the trouble, who caused the problems in this world. Ooh, ah, hey. But anyway, that's just the way it can be in this world. If you don't see it, you can't make a judgment about it, or if you didn't know who did it, you don't know, do you? There could be your word against theirs. It's hard to find out a liar and a hater in this world. I mean, your police forces don't stand for a lot of things, to be honest. A police force should always be respectful to the public, even though they're getting shit all the time. But sometimes a police force can only take so much from the public. And they lose their temper, like anyone else, like a human being. Some people would say they're not robots, they're like us. There's only a certain much they can take, and being under pressure they can take in the world. Then they'd have to explode and get angry. But sometimes using your anger can make you lose your job in the police force or anywhere you work or go to places. Then you have to find another job. Sometimes you're under a lot of pressure being in the police force. You got to do this and do that, and do this. It's like being someone's slave, like being a waiter in the world, and building a house for somebody, or I don't know, being a cleaner. Or, it's doing all them sort of things, making the roads a lot smoother for people to drive over with the cars in the world, and all this craziness, building aeroplanes, building helicopters. It gets me all going. And people say, well, journaling, what you going on about? Have you got yourself into something? You're thinking beyond the lines of things. Well, it's my brain thinking, people think. Loads of people that think in a way like this are crazy. But sometimes people that made music, songs, hip-hop and rap and rock and roll and films and make technology, would you call them crazy? The things that we film, the things that we're wearing could be used as weapons. For example, your jumper and your trousers that you're wearing, your glasses. We've got weapons all around us. When we drink a cup of coffee, or it's a cup, or anything can be used as a weapon. Your shoes. So they say don't carry weapons around and everything else and stuff, but this could be used as a weapon for taking somebody behind like that, or whatever you want to do with it. And everyone's carrying weapons, even though they say you shouldn't do. But the thing is, always the police forces carry weapons to keep people safe. But do the criminals care about the police? Do they fuckers like care? They don't, do they? And the criminals seem to get let off all the time. If it's somebody like you or me, or someone that's never been in crime involved in gangs, or they want to target innocent people, do they go hard on the gangs sometimes? They must do at some point. Depends where you are in the police force. But crime doesn't pay. Fight the crime. Oh, fight the crime today. But they're not fighting the crime though. They're too busy speeding up and down the road, these police officers, eating loads of donuts and coffee all the time, so they're fighting the crime. So probably the American cops will probably do as well. So all they seem to do is eat coffee and donuts and sit in their office on their phone, or just sit at the desk, and the police say, oh, the public always say we don't do anything and arrest people. Well, you don't do that much, really, do you? You should be going after these drug dealers and horrible people, and you want to arrest people over silly crimes, like, a shoplifter, for example. I mean, I don't agree with stealing. I think it's wrong and it's terrible and it's bad, and some people do steal to survive. I think it's completely wrong, and that's me. Other people may laugh and think it's what they'd like to do, is to steal stuff. But saying that, if you were fair with the prices in the world, people wouldn't steal. If you were honest with the prices in the world, people wouldn't steal. The government you're upping the prices to make people steal in the world. You're upping the prices so people cause more crime, and that makes more stress on the police outside. And the police don't know what to do. It's a job. They go home at the end of the day. And then they moan sometimes, the police, when there's not enough criminals in the cells. They wish they had more criminals in there, and they could lock them up all day, making a joke like that. They're looking up someone's emotions and memories and personalities, but some people say they haven't got any. It doesn't matter. They weren't born like that. over time things broke them down and made them depressed and angry, and that's why they turned to drugs and beer to cope with things, and nobody listened to them. That's why they turned the wrong path in their life. Remember all these words that I'm saying to you if you police forces listen, and people that don't know me. Nobody chooses to be where they are. Sometimes they don't have a choice. Some people move away too close to the family, or just move away to just get away from it all. If a gang's after them, or for horrible people after them. Some people like to do things on their own, and all people judge them because they're being antisocial. Well, they're not being antisocial. They want to live their life the way they want to. And other people take offence to that and think they're just being selfish. Everyone's selfish in their own way. People are going to judge everybody. Best to keep away from the judging people and negativity, but it's hard to know who's judging and who's not judging you. Sometimes they can judge you behind your back and you don't even know about it. In your police force, ambulance, army base, hospital, prisons, all over the UK, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. To distance yourself from negativity. Sometimes it's hard not to. And they want to bring more migrants into the country, more houses. That means more tax on all of us, what we have to pay. But they don't care, and they want to target everyone else and make the world boring. They're doing it on purpose, so you can't afford anything in the world, making it boring so you can't buy things. So you have to work more hours to afford to buy the stuff. I know it all. And all of us are struggling. That's why there's more people on the streets asking for money, and the community and the social workers and the government want to help them when they get to a certain age. Some people get help, some people don't. Some people will never get help and always be in the streets. Some people will die in the streets. It's a horrible world we're living in. More killings and more stabbings have been happening recently, especially in Christmas Eve, in 2025 now. And they say it's safe enough to walk down the road, and you wonder why people carry things down the road. It's the law. Well, fuck your law. That's what I say. I don't abide by your law. So take that the wrong way. Because you don't abide by our laws, you make the laws up yourself, protecting the public, protecting the people. Why should we abide by your laws? And people say, you wonder what you're locked up in jail or mental hospitals because of your actions and your attitude. That's probably true. But people should be free, but they're not free. One day, will they be free if there's a place up there? Will they be free down there and make judgment at the end of the day? Who knows? It's just one of those things, goes round in a circle. Are they helpless? Are they not? We're just there for the money like everyone else. But anyway, I better go. Thanks for joining me. Tell me what you think about this video. Take it easy, peace. See you next one. See you later.